Hey, good evening, USA, Canada, worldwide, Long Island, plus the spot, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, creator, the independent, unstoppable podcaster. Of course, rookie podcaster of Queens, New York, and aka the Gregonator. And and you're rocking with Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, episode 66, the review show where we go over the bodies of work of music artists, TV shows, movies, games, podcasts. I mean, you just name it. You just name it. Live and direct from StreamYard, YouTube, and alongside of myself is the Instagram live feed. Make sure you actually press the notifications on Instagram so you don't miss a beat on there. Um and if you miss any previous episodes, um don't worry, I got you. Um just make sure you grab that subscribe button and make sure you catch up on all the new and latest episodes that's dropped on YouTube along with all the streaming platforms, which I will go over at the end of the show. All right. Um and as for my weekend was okay. All I did was work and and you know and it didn't get too crazy. It didn't get too crazy. So I'm not gonna even get into too much of it though, man. But let's get into a little thing that I like to call the chillax man cave popcorn lounge. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, the TV show, and not to mention the two movies that's already out already, and alongside with um going over some throwback Sonic the Hedgehog games from back in the days, especially Sega Genesis and all the other stuff. And of course, we got some gaming news to be talking about today too. So I got y'all with the gaming news with any new games that's coming out this year. So I got y'all. So let's get into this right now. All right. All right. First up, I'm pretty sure you probably familiar with the TV show Sonic X, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all heard of it. Well, let's get to it. All right, so for those of you who may not know what Sonic X is, so I'll fill you in like a Pythagorean theorem and you know all that other stuff. So Sonic X is a Japanese anime television series based on the Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog video game series, produced by TMS Entertainment under partnership with Sega and Sonic Team, and directed by Ha- Hajime um Kengaki. Sonic X initially ran for 52 episodes, broadcasting on TV Tokyo from April 6th, 2003 to March 28th, 2004. A further 26 episodes aired in the United States, Canada, Europe, and the Middle East from 2005 to 2006. The show's American localization and broadcasting were handled by 4Kids Entertainment, which edited and created new music. Um, and of course, I'm not even gonna go. So the series follows a group of anthropomorphic animals who accidentally teleport from their home planet to Earth after attempting to save one of their friends from their enemy, Dr. Eggman. Separated Sonic the Hedgehog is saved by a human boy named Chris Thorndyke, who helps him find his friends while repeatedly scuffling with Dr. Eggman and his robots over control of the powerful Chaos Emeralds. and becoming celebrities. The final story arc sees Sonic and his friends return with Chris to their world, where they enter outer space with a newfound plant like creature named Cosmo and fight an army of aliens called the Metarex. Oh, wow. Sonic X received mixed reviews. Generally, writers criticized its American localization and some characters, but praised its story and aesthetics. The series was popular in the United States and France, though less so in its native Japan. The show's merchandise included an edutainment video game for for the Leapster, a training card game, a comic book series featuring an original storyline and various toys and other items. Okay, should we go to the history? All right, so all right, so um creation and development. So the show was created by TMS Entertainment, the animation's subsidiary of Sega Sammy Holdings. It was primarily influenced by the anime rather than work from the West and was created for a Japanese audience. Yuji Naka, then the head of Sonic Team, filled in as executive producer, and Satoshi um, Hirayama designed all of the original characters, basing the designs on Yuji um Yukawa's original concept. Most of the series consists of original content featuring new as well as established characters, but the second season is mostly based on the plots of Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Battle. While traditionally animated, it includes non outlined CGI elements for things such as Sonic's homing attack. Um, Two trailers for the series were produced. The first was developed before Cheese had been given a name in Sonic Advance 2. It it referred to Cheese simply as Chow. It was made up largely of footage that would later appear in the series intro, but also of unused scenes featuring unique anthropomorphic people. Sega showed off the second, which was narrated in Japanese, at its booth at the World Hobby Fair video gaming event in February 2003. Um it consisted mostly of scenes from the first few episodes, followed by the introductions to the main characters. However, it also showed a still frame of a silver anthropomorphic hedgehog who never appeared in the series. Fans nicknamed the character Nazo based off the Japanese word for mystery. Years later, excuse me, years later, in April 2015, Sonic Team producer Takashi um, um, Lizuka clarified the character was simply supersonic in its early contour. Several of the Japanese performers had voiced their characters in the games, but they were also given ample information about their characters' roles in the anime. Chris's voice actress, Sanae Kabayashi, was not sure she would be able to effectively communicate Chris's growth as a person owing to Sonic's presence, but found that a worthwhile goal. Chikao uh, Atsuka, who voiced Eggman, found him a difficult character to play due to the tension in his voice and the desire to have children who watch the show recognize the character as a villain but not hate him. Uh, Lizuka believed that Sonic X and its merchandise, along with the game Sonic Heroes, had helped expose the Sonic franchise to a new generation of potential gamers in 2003, and he dubbed it a Sonic year as a result. More boldly, Naka hoped that Sonic X alone would cause the popularity of the Sonic series to skyrocket as that of the Pokemon series did after its adaptation was first released. Okay. I'm not gonna really read all this, but let's get to the thing. Other media. Sonic X was extensively merchandised in various forms of media and other products. Two Game Boy Advance videos of episodes from the first season of Sonic X um were released in May 2004. In October 2004, Show Pro licensed four manufacturers to create Sonic X merchandise. They variously produced items such as toys, bedding, beach towels, backpacks, stationery, and pajamas. Six Sonic X novels were published between 2005 and 2007. Aqua Planet, Dr. Eggman Goes to War, Battle at Ice Palace, and Desperately Seeking Sonic by Charlotte Fullerton, Meteor Shower Messenger by Paul Ruditis, and Spaceship Blue Typhoon by Diana G. Gallagher. Well, of course, Archie Comics, which produced Sonic the Hedgehog comics until 2017, started a Sonic X series in 2005. It was originally set to run for only 4 issues, but was extended to 40 issues due to high demand. Last issue was released on January 1st, 2009, and led into the first arc of the Sonic Universe series. The comics were written by Ian Flynn, who also authored the main comic series. Some issues were published in Jetix magazine in the United Kingdom, Italy, and Poland. While the comics are set during the Sonic X timeline, their plot is original. Eggman imprisons humans inside robots and tries to use them to kill the animals, but the animals destroy the robots. Eggman uses malicious chaos, chaos to destroy Station Square, but Takao and Chaos arrive from the past, um, re- return the chaos to normal and bring them back to the past. Soon, Sonic finds a machine in the desert and thinks nothing of it. But after fighting with Eggman in Paris and a bizarre world created by the Doctor, Eggman reveals that the desert machine was his and it begins to wreck Station Square. Sonic defeats it, but he is accused of working with Eggman, and so he and Eggman are both locked up. Nelson bails Sonic out of jail, and he saves Cream and Chris from some ghost. Of course, Eggman enacts more malicious schemes based on holidays like Christmas, Valentine's Day, and St. Patrick's Day. Afterwards, he temporarily fires Deco and Boko and creates replacements, Ducal and Boko, who kidnap Sonic and give him to an organization called Sonic X. Sonic escapes with ease, but Sonic X repeatedly tries to ruin his reputation. Meanwhile, the animals take on Eggman in his various schemes, including becoming a wrestler and creating a circus to keep the emeralds from him. In the final issue, a crossover with the continuity um, of the main comic series, that continualities, Metal Sonic appears and allies with Eggman to defeat Sonic, but that continualities version of Shadow steps in and wraps himself and Metal Sonic to another dimension, leading into the events of the first issue of Sonic Universe. Of course, obviously, yes, there's video games involved too. So in 2003, McDonald's packaged 5 different single button dedicated console games, mostly based on various sports, with Happy Meals to promote Sonic X, 2 featuring Sonic, and 1 each for Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. Another Happy Meal game based on Big the Cat fishing arrived the following year. Leapfrog Enterprises released a Sonic X educational math game for its Leapster handheld game console. It was released in 2005 in North America and 2007 in Europe. The game stars Sonic and Chris, who must rescue Tails, Amy, and Knuckles from Eggman. It is a fast paced platform game in which Sonic runs and jumps through levels and destroys Eggman's robots along the way. Periodically, Sonic must answer math questions to continue. The game features 3 levels, each with its own math concepts. The city station square, um, Angel Island, the home of the Master Emerald, and Eggman's base. Um, There are also math based mini games unrelated to the levels to supplement these skills. Trading card game. Score Entertainment created a Sonic X collectible card game for 2 players, released in 2005. Players battle for Chaos Emeralds. Whoever gets 3 first wins. Each turn, both players lay out 5 cards face down and flip over one at a time. Whichever card has a lower number value is eliminated. Eliminating the other player's cards and combining the special abilities of one's own cards allows one to score rings. Whichever player has the most rings at the end of the turn wins an emerald. As the game does not emphasize collecting rare cards, a few booster packs are enough to build a competent deck. Kids World gave a positive review, praising its ease of learning, low cost, and inherent strategy, but also noting that, hang on a second, folks. Yeah, sorry for the motorcycle, folks. Yeah, also noting that it feels more like a generic. Hold on, damn these fucking motorcycles, man. Yeah. Also noting that it feels like more like a generic game, a generic card game with Sonic characters than like a wholly Sonic based product. Now we go to the reception. Okay. Sonic X received divided reviews. Many viewers were critical of its American localization. Comrade Zimmerman of Destructoid cited Sonic X's horrible localization as a main reason for negativity. Tim Jones of Them Anime gave the show 2 stars out of 5 and criticized the English voice acting. It's really annoying how all the recent Sonic games use these untalented actors, actresses in their dubs because they make the original English voices sound like award-winning performers. Other comments on the show's aesthetics were mostly positive. Staff of Games Radar admitted at least the song fits. Can't imagine Sonic listening to Underground's wailing Meatloaf light rock, but he definitely jammed to Sonic X. Jones praised the rock music from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, as well as the pretty piano music and catchy Japanese intro and outro themes. He also found the backgrounds nice to look at, but did not like the use of CGI for Sonic's homing attack. The human characters and to a lesser extent, the animal ones were also criticized. Jones decried Chris as a dull, boring, uninspired character, and also described Tanaka and Ella as bland stereotypes of Japanese and African Americans, respectively. Damn. Damn, son. Jones also criticized the presence of Amy and Big, but took particular issue to the show's portrayal of Sonic, which he summarized as "I'm gonna run around downtown until something exciting happens and use a stinking ring to defeat my enemies." Games Radar bemoaned both the piss poor adventure characters and the original human ones. In contrast, Ryder Gasplant of Nintendo Life opined that one of the key successes of the series was its incorporation of numerous characters from the games, including lesser used ones like Big and the Chaotix. Fans were divided on the merit of the Thorndikes. So the show was praised for its faithfulness to the games. Famitsu offered a uniformly positive review before the first episode broadcast in 2003, commending the skillful transition of the game's speed and style to animation, and expected the series to continue to grow more interesting. Um, the Plant stated that where Sonic X truly succeeded was in its retelling of iconic stories. Independent of the characters involved, Games Radar appreciated the idea of following Sonic's core concept. The original storylines were also praised. Amidst his criticism of most of the show, Jones praised the first episode in general, especially its humor. Plant acclaimed the character development that built on the stories of the original games, especially Sonic and Amy's relationship and the Chaotix newfound viability as comedy devices. Concurrently, he found the show surprisingly touching, particularly in its emotional final climax, and favorably compared the space exploration of season 3 to Star Trek. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Hold on a second, man. Hold up a second. Not Star Trek, man. You cannot compare that to Star Trek. Anyways, for Mitsu's first preview called the story profound. Common Sense Media, can't believe they called it that these days. Gave it 3 stars out of 5, and while not commenting further on its quality, stated that it was appropriate for grade school children, but that some violent scenes were inadvisable for younger viewers. Kid me. A second Famitsu review from later in 2003 called The Anime an Outstanding Success and encouraged readers to tune in. Oh man. Popularity and cultural impact. The show was quite popular in the United States, France, Indonesia, and Malaysia, consistently reaching the number one position in its time slot in both countries. By 2007, it was TMS best-selling anime in the non-Japanese market, despite that the third season did not air in Japan until 2020, and it inspired TMS to focus on properties that will sell well outside Japan. In April 2009, a 6-year-old Norwegian boy named Christer pressed his parents to send a letter to King Harold King Harald V of Norway to approve his name being changed to Sonic X. They allowed Krista to write it himself, but did not send it until he badgered them further. And the king responded that he could not approve the change because Krista was not 18 years old. Extending Extending over a decade past the show's initial release, the show has spawned internet memes and the phrase "gotta go fast," the title of the song that plays in the opening and closing sequence, has been used in the title of video game periodical articles to represent the Sonic series and other fast paced video games. Okay, can I tell you something, folks? For those of you that's like basically um that's basically into cartoon series and stuff like that. Look, there is no such thing as a perfect cartoon series. There is no such thing, because as long as the storyline as long as the storyline is being told as far as like anything goes, that's what really matters. There is no perfectionism as far as like being being the creator of a cartoon and stuff. Like, come on. And then on top of that, like, listen, you don't really want certain people to be watching a cartoon that that's so boring, that doesn't have no action, as far as like as far as like violence, like explosions and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's what makes cartoons entertaining. the that's what makes it entertaining, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know for a simple fact that no matter what you do, if you decide to make a cartoon into a TV series or whatever, please be sure that you can't fucking please everybody. Okay, you can't please everybody. You can only please yourself. That's all you could do. All right, so obviously there was a soundtrack to Sonic X. I didn't even know about this, and this was released March 3rd, 2004, and March 6th, 2005. And this was recorded in Japan in 2003 and recorded in 2004 in the US. And this was rock, pop, and electronic based on the soundtrack. Um, Now, I'm not, well, there's the songs that I want to. Wow. Okay, I'll go over the tracks. Sonic Drive TV version, lyrics by Takashi Ida, music by Wannabe. Sonic's Fight, Eggman, Sonic, the White Flower on Top of the Hill, Sonic Solution, Eggman Robo, Eggman Machine, Encounter with Chris, the extravagant appearance of Mom and Dad, Shadow, Supersonic, Shadow, Amy's Hike, Egg Fort Launch, X Tornado Battle, All Right, The Ghost Tango, Amy's Hammer, Mysterious and Sexy Thief, Rouge, S Team, Hawk, Eggman's African compilation. Oh shit. Adventure. Helen's Dinner, X Tornado Battle compilation, the Master Emerald, Chaos Family, S Team, the Thorndike Family, Tornado going round and round, Gun, Coalescence, Dark Ape, Dark Eggman, Mirai Eye, Future, Sonic Drive, um, Sonic Drive, and then of course Sonic Drive, obviously. So there you go. Um, okay. Now that we're done with the TV show, let's get into the two movies of Sonic the Hedgehog. And I already seen both of them already, and that's the reason why I'm going to be reviewing this anyway. So Sonic the Hedgehog is a 2020 action adventure comedy film based on the video game series published by Sega, directed by Jeff Fowler, um, and written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller. It stars Ben Schwartz as the voice of the little the title character alongside James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, and Jim Carrey. The film follows Sonic, um, of course, played and voiced by Ben Schwartz, a blue hedgehog who can run supersonic speeds, teams up with a town sheriff, Tom Wachowski, Wachowski, to stop the mad scientist Dr. Eggman. Yes. And the budget was 85 to 90 million dollars. But guess what? It made $319.7 million in the box office. That's how good the movie was. Oops, sorry about that. Development for for a Sonic film began in the 1990s, but did not leave the planning stage until Sony Pictures acquired the rights in 2013. Fowler was brought in to direct in 2016 after Sony put the project in turnaround. Paramount Pictures acquired it in 2017. Most of the cast signed on by August 2018, and principal filming took place between September and October that year in Vancouver and on Vancouver Island. Following the negative reaction to the first trailer in 2019, Paramount delayed the film by 3 months to redesign Sonic, which is a good thing because that's what the fans care. They care about the appearance of the hedgehog. So you know what I'm saying. So that's what happened here. Yes, here we go, man. Shout outs to the least favorite podcast right here, man. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so let's keep going here. All right. Sonic the Hedgehog premiered at the Paramount Pictures Studio lot on January 25th, 2020, before being theatrically released in the United States on February 14th. It set the record for the biggest opening weekend for a video game film in the United States and Canada and grossed $319.7 million worldwide, becoming the sixth highest grossing film of 2020 and was the highest grossing video game film adaptation of all time in North America until 2022 when it was surpassed by its sequel, which I will review up next. It received mixed reviews from critics who praised the action sequences, humor, performances, and the Sonic character, but criticized its screenplay and product placements. Sonic 2 the Hedgehog was released on April the 8th, while a third film in a spin-off series starring Knuckles are in development. So let's go to the reception. Wait, should I let's see. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go to the music. Okay, wait. So the music actually. Hold on a minute here. Let's go to the music. Okay, so in February 2019, Tom Holkenborg, who previously worked with executive producer Miller on Deadpool, was hired to compose the score. Hang on 1 second. Let me take a sip right here. All right. The soundtrack was released alongside the film on February 14, 2020, in both digital and physical formats. Riff Raff, who had a role in the film but was cut, appears on the soundtrack. An original song, Boom, by X Ambassadors, appears on the soundtrack. The single was released on January 24, 2020 by Atlantic Records. Speed Me Up by American musicians Wiz Khalifa, Lil Yachty, Ty Dolla $ign, and Sueko the Child received 15 million streams along with 1.8 billion views for Speed Me Up TikTok challenge. Friends by Harper Potions, which previously appeared as the opening theme of Sonic Mania, also appears along with arrangements of tracks from Masato Nakamura's score for the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Hokenborg attempted to capture the feel of Nakamura's soundtracks for the Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 games using Yamaha digital FM synthesizers such as the DX7, similar to the Sega Genesis Mega Drive console Yamaha YM2612 sound chip. Okay. All right, reception. Sonic the Hedgehog grossed 149 in the United States and Canada and $170.7 million in other territories for a worldwide of $319.7 million. It was the sixth highest grossing film of 2020 and the highest grossing superhero film of the year, ending Marvel Studios' decade long run of having the highest grossing film of this genre from 2010 to 2019. The film's budget was estimated at being between $85 million to $90 million. In the United States and Canada, the film was released alongside Fantasy Island, The Photograph, and Downhill, and was initially projected to gross 40 to 50 million from 4,130 theaters in its 4-day President's Day opening weekend. After making $21 million on its first day, estimates were raised to $64 million. It went on to top the box office with a 58 million debut over the 3-day weekend and 70 million over the 4, breaking Detective Pikachu's record for the biggest opening weekend by a video game based film. It was the 4th best President's Day holiday weekend and Jim Carrey's second biggest opening weekend behind Bruce Almighty. The success was attributed in part of the redesign of Sonic and the publicity it created. Um, and the delayed release date, which meant it opened with less competition from other family films. Opening day audiences were 56% male and 44% female, with 70% under 25 years and 30% over 25 years. In its second weekend, Sonic the Hedgehog made $26.2 million and retained the top spot at the box office, bringing its 10-day domestic gross to $106.6 million. Sonic the Hedgehog made $16.3 million in its third weekend and was dethroned by newcomer The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man. Oh shit. On March 2020, it became the highest grossing film based on the video game in the US box office history, surpassing Detective Pikachu. Sonic the Hedgehog was released in 40 countries during its 3-day opening weekend, topping the international box office with $43 million. It's the strongest international regions were Latin America and Europe, with its largest openings being 6.7 million in Mexico, 6.2 million in the United Kingdom, 4.3 million in France, 3.3 million in Germany, and 3 million in Brazil. Worldwide, it made 101 million over the 3-day weekend and $113 million over the 4 days. In its second weekend, the film again topped the international box office with 38.3 million from 56 countries for a 10-day overseas gross of $96.5 million and topped the global box office again with $64.6 million for a 10-day worldwide gross of $203.1 million. It's the largest international markets in its first 10 days were the United Kingdom, which is $19.1 million, Mexico, $12.3 million, and France, $9.1 million, retaining the top spot in these markets. The film opened in 16 new markets, led by a number one debut in Russia, $6.3 million. The film was released in Japan on June 26, 2020, after being postponed from a previous March release due to the COVID-19 slamdemic, and debuted at number 6 that weekend. Damn. In China, the release was also postponed due to the slamdemic, eventually receiving a July 31st date and underperforming at the Chinese box office due to the new slamdemic-related theater policies there. In terms of the box office admissions, the film sold 15,876,790 tickets in the United States and Canada. Annual rank number 3, 6,811,679 tickets in Mexico. Annual number 1, 893,634 tickets in Peru. Annual number 2, 468,697 tickets in Ecuador. Annual number 1, 67,230 tickets in the Dominican Republic. Annual number 2, 12,454,206 tickets in Europe. Annual number 3, 3,000,000 3,001,403 tickets in Brazil. Annual number 3, 698,500 tickets in China, 687,740 tickets in Argentina. Annual number 3, and 118,725 tickets in South Korea, for a combined 41,078,604 tickets sold in these territories. Rotten Tomatoes, Sonic the Hedgehog has an approval rating of 63%. Per se. I meant to say that. Based on 250 reviews. With an average rating of 5.9 out of 10. The website's critics' consensus reads, fittingly fleet and frequently fun, Sonic the Hedgehog is a video game-inspired adventure the whole family can enjoy, and a fine excuse for Jim Carrey to tap into the manic energy that launched his career. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 47 out of 100, based on 42 critics indicating mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A on an A+ to F scale, and PostTrack reported it received an average 4 out of 5 stars, with 66% of viewers they surveyed saying they would definitely recommend it. Akeem Lawson of IGN gave the film a score of 7 out of 10, praising the performances and the nostalgia, stating, in quote, while this family-friendly action comedy suffers from a simplistic story and leans too heavy on tired visual cliches, Sonic the Hedgehog is nevertheless boosted by solid performances from Ben Schwartz as Sonic and Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. There ongoing cat and mouse game is entertaining, and passionate fans of the Sega franchise should appreciate all the nods to Sonic's history. Damie Lee of The Verge gave the film a positive review, praising the nostalgic elements seen in the film, writing that it shines when it remembers it's based on a video game, and there's some genuinely fun stuff like when Sonic uses his time stopping powers or Robotnik's elaborate evil plotting montage that makes you wonder why more movies don't feature bad guys with choreographed dance sequences. Carrie plays up Robotnik as the cartoon villain as he is, and it's a true delight to watch him in his element. Um Corey Plant of Inverse called it a road trick superhero movie and the best superhero movie of 2020 so far. John DeFore of the Hollywood Reporter gave the film a positive review, saying flesh and blood actors help keep this game derived um, kids flick afloat. Okay, Gene Park of the Washington Post gave the film a positive review, saying it was the furthest thing from cats. Not cats. Cats was a fucking bomb in the box office, man. It was a bomb in the box office, man. And that's why it failed at the box office, man, because the story wasn't acting right, man. So no wonder cats felt so hurt by this, man. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this movie was compared to Cats, despite the early comparisons, which is, I don't know why they did that, but it's ridiculous though. You can't compare Sonic to Cats, man. Sonic is the successful movie than Cats, man. Nobody asked for this shit. Weary fans expecting the usual easy target to mock will instead find something to fervently expecting no, hold on. Fervently celebrate for years. Amon Warman of Empire gave the film 2 out of 5 stars, writing in on form Jim Carrey can't stop Sonic's live action debut from feeling like a missed opportunity. If the tease sequels do materialize, here's hoping the storytelling levels up. Ben um Kingsburg of the New York Times gave the film a negative review and wrote, Sonic now resembles a cartoon hedgehog instead of a spray painted marmot. Don't know what that is, but don't ask, folks. But if anything was done to the what is it? Gener- gener- the generic size the script. It hasn't helped. No, it hasn't. Not that the Sega games in which um the fleet-footed hero zips around doing flips and collecting gold coins. They're rings, man, you fucking idiots. Gave the director Jeff Fowler much to work with. Right. Varieties Owen Gleiberman criticized the tone for all the borderline tedium I felt at Sonic the Hedgehog. I do realize that this is a picture made for 8-year-olds and they'll probably like it just fine. Yet I would also call the overly kiddified tone of the movie a mistake. Well, I don't know why you would actually call it that though.
I mean, it is a kids game and a movie. So what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, writing for The Guardian, Steve Rose gave the film 2 out of 5, saying elements were clearly indebted to other films such as Quicksilver's powers in the X-Men movies and finding the message of friendship trite and familiar. Simon Abrams of RogerEbert.com gave the film 1 out of 4, writing Sonic the Hedgehog is only as successful as the amount of time you want to spend watching its animated protagonists go on instantly forgettable adventures, and boy, is that unfortunate. Come on. Okay, so we go to the accolades that this movie received. Um, so the SXSW Film Festival, um, People's Choice Awards. So you have excellence in title design, the family movie of 2020, and best superhero movie got its nomination. Critics' Choice Super Awards. Jim Carrey won for best villain in a movie, and of course, um, best actor in a superhero movie. Of course, Ben Schwartz and Jim Carrey. Hawaii Film Critics Society Best Visual Effects Sonic the Hedgehog. Uh 2021 Hollywood Critics Association Awards Best Animated or VFX Performance. Ben Schwartz is the winner. Best Blockbuster Sonic the Hedgehog. Best Visual Effects Jed Wright. Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. Favorite movie actor. Um, Ursa Major Awards, Saturn Awards, Best Fantasy Film Release. So Jed Wright, Sonic the Hedgehog, Jim Carrey, and Sonic the Hedgehog also got the nominations. So there you go, right there, man. Um, and up next is going to be Sonic 2 the Hedgehog. Sonic 2 the Hedgehog is the 2022 action adventure comedy film based on the video game franchise published by Sega and the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog 2020. Directed by Jeff Fowler and written by Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and John Whittington, it stars Ben Schwartz reprising his role as the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog alongside James Marston, Tika Sumpter, Natasha Rothwell, Adam Polly, Shamar Moore, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Lee Majdub, Idris Alba, and Jim Carrey. The film follows Sonic and Tails who team up to find the Master Emerald before Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles the Echidna do, while also contending with the military organization Gun. um all right, so the budget was 90 to 100 million dollars, and it made $398.9 million in the box office. How about that? Following the success of the first film, Paramount Pictures announced the sequel in May 2020, with Fowler returning as director, while Casey and Josh Miller returned as writers, and Schwartz, Carey, and the rest of the cast reprised their roles. Filming took place from March to June 2021 in Vancouver and Hawaii. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was theatrically released in several markets on March 30th, 2022, and in the United States on April 8th by Paramount Pictures and Sega Sammy Group. The film received praise for its action sequences, performances, humor, and the animated characters, but criticism for its screenplay, runtime, and pacing. Many critics considered the film an improvement over its predecessor. It has grossed $398 million worldwide, becoming the highest grossing video game film in the United States and the seventh highest grossing film of 2022. A third film and a spin-off television series focusing on Knuckles are in development, so remains to be seen. Um, okay, should we go to the music? Yeah, we could go to the music real quick. So on December 8th, 2021, Tom Hokenberg, who composed the first film, was announced to be returned to compose the film's score. The film was supported by a single titled Stars in the Sky, the original song recorded for the film by American musician Kid Cudi. The soundtrack album was released by Paramount Music on April 8th, 2022. Okay, so we could talk about the marketing. The teaser poster was revealed on December 7th, 2021. The next day, the first trailer was released at the Game Awards 2021. The trailer includes a reworked version of Masato Nakamura's Emerald Hill Zone music from the original Sonic the Hedgehog 2 video game. Fans reacted very positively with Alba as Knuckles attracting particular praise. Reviewers noted the difference in reaction compared to the first film's initial trailer that was released on April 30th, 2019. During the week before Super Bowl, what is it? Wait. Super Bowl 55? I believe. Wait, yes. Super Bowl 55. Paramount released 4 TV spots showcasing new footage and the reveal of the giant Eggman robot. A special TV spot aired during Super Bowl 55 on February 13th, 2022. The theatrical release poster excluded O'Shaughnessy's name, leading to fan outcry. The international poster released shortly thereafter included her name as well as Sumter's on the upper billing block. The second and final trailer was released on March 14th, 2022. Another poster was also revealed resembling the North American box art for the original Sonic the Hedgehog 2 video game. Paramount spent less than $18 million on television spots promoting the film in the US, which generated 717 million impressions. The mill helped do the visuals for the Happy Meal advertisements. Yes, I did see that actually. So let's go to the reception. Box office. As of June 12th, 2022, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has grossed $189.9 million in the United States and Canada and $209 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $398.9 million. In the United States and Canada, Sonic the Hedgehog was released alongside Ambulance, the suckiest movie that Wale is in. What is Wale? I'm gonna review that Ambulance movie in a future episode. I got a lot to say on that shit, so stay tuned. Um, and the wide expansion of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Several days before release, it was projected to gross at least $55 million from 4,232 theaters in its opening weekend, with its target audience aged between 16 and 25. Its release coincided with the start of spring break in 15% of K through 12 schools. The film made $26.8 million on its first day, including $6.25 million from Thursday night previews, doubling that of the original movie. The film went on to gross $72.1 million over its 3-day opening weekend, surpassing the original film's 3-day opening, $58 million, and Bruce Almighty, $68 million to become Jim Carrey's highest 3-day domestic opening and Paramount's biggest 3-day opening since 2014. 6 million tickets were sold in the US and Canada during its opening weekend. It broke the opening record for a video game movie adaptation, which was previously held by Sonic the Hedgehog. Among opening audiences, males made up 61%. Those aged between 18 and 34 comprised 46% of the ticket sales, and those below 17 comprised 32%. And the ethnic breakdown was 38% were Hispanic and Latin American, 29% Caucasian, 20% African American, and 13% Asian and other. The film also had the best slamdemic era opening for a kids movie, the all-time 7th best April opening, the 2nd best opening of early 2022, and the 5th best opening since 2020. In the second weekend, the film made $29.3 million, finishing second behind Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Sonic 2 returned to the top of the box office on Easter Monday with $4.5 million. In its third weekend, the film made $15.7 million, finishing in second behind newcomer The Bad Guys. Oh, it surpassed the original Sonic the Hedgehog to become the highest grossing video game film in North America. The film remained in second place in its fourth weekend with the addition of $11.5 million. It earned $6 million in its fifth weekend, $4.7 million in its sixth, $4 million in its seventh, $2.5 million in its eighth, and $1.7 million in its ninth. In international regions outside North America, the film opened in 31 markets and grossed $26.1 million in its first weekend, outpacing the original film in these markets. In France, the film made $1.2 million on its first day of screening, reaching the top spot in the charts and surpassing the first film's opening day gross by 30%. Give me 1 second so I can take a sip of water real quick. In France, the film made $1.2 million on its first day of screening, reaching the top spot in the charts and surpassing the first film opening day gross by 30%. In the United Kingdom, it debuted at number one in its first weekend and later retook the top spot from Fantastic Beasts in its fourth weekend with $20.2 million in 4 weeks. The film grossed $37 million in its second international weekend, then added $25 million in its third weekend, and another $19 million in its fourth. The film crossed the $300 million worldwide mark in its fifth weekend. It made $8.2 million the following weekend, $5.3 million in its seventh weekend, $4.6 million in its eighth, $3.9 million in its ninth, and $3 million in its 10th. All right, so we go to the critical response right here. So the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes reported an approval rating of 69% based on 163 reviews, with an average rating of 6 out of 10. The site's critical consensus reads, in quote, it isn't as much fun as the little blue guy's greatest games, but if you enjoyed the first film, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 serves as a generally acceptable sequel. Metacritic assigned the film a weighted average score of 47 out of 100 based on 33 critics indicating mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A on an A plus to F scale, same as the first. While those at Post Track gave it an 87% positive score, with 74% saying they would definitely recommend it. Amy Nicholson of the New York Times gave the film a positive review, saying Jim Carrey's reprised role as a villain is weirdo helps this fast-paced, family friendly video game movie sequel maintain a refreshing silliness. Nell Minio of RogerEbert.com gave the film a 2 out of 4 stars, writing, "Yes, we know we're appropriating details from better movies. It is overplotted with 3 different storylines, mixing comedy and adventure." Alex Stedman of IGN gave the film a 7 out of 10, saying Sonic the Hedgehog 2 brings all the humor and charm of its predecessor while also being delightfully more loyal to its source material. Carlos Aguilar of The Rep also gave the film a positive review, writing, "The screenplay reflects actual effort, and Jim Carrey gets to be unfettered in his performance, leading a surprising, satisfying follow-up." All right. Leslie Felperin of The Guardian gave the film a 3 out of 4 stars and wrote, in quote, "There's not much to spoil about Sonic the Hedgehog 2 because there's not very much to say about it other than it's mildly amusing and reasonably comp- competently assembled." Brian Shea of Game Informer gave the film a 8.5 out of 10, writing, "While Sonic the Hedgehog's unpredict excuse me um unexpected positive reception could have put its sequel in a difficult spot since it comes in with high expectations. The Jeff Fowler directed Sonic the Hedgehog 2 clears the higher bar, delivering a better movie in nearly every way." Ross Bonamy of Collider gave the film a C plus, writing, "Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is at its most clever when it's throwing in these clever nods that will appeal to fans who have waited to see this world come to life on the screen in this way with these characters." John Nugent of Empire Magazine gave the film a 2 out of 5, writing, "Sonic's second outing is little more than a half-baked, half-turned distraction tool, though Jim Carrey's outrageously committed performance nearly saves the day." Brian Lloyd of Entertainment.ie gave the film a 3 out of 5 stars and said, "Idris Elba as Knuckles is the most galaxy brain-casted, clever, no, excuse me, casting idea ever conceived of." Bob Host of Plugged In gave the film a positive review, saying, in short, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 doesn't necessarily grab the gold ring right out the first loop de loop, but it won't disappoint the kids or their fanboy parents by the time you hit the flag waving goal. Thomas Floyd of the Washington Post gave the film a 2 out of 4 stars and wrote, in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, there is no problem that its titular speed demon can't outrun. With that in mind, it's especially perplexing that this video game inspired sequel should be, of all things, a bit sluggish. Sidhant Adlaka of IndieWire gave the film a C minus and wrote, in quote, "It's visual soup where nothing pops or stands out." Almost nothing anyone does or says feels rooted in recognizable character traits, and despite Marston's most sincere efforts, he finds himself once again unable to meet Sonic's eye line. Um, then again, who can blame Marston's character for not wanting to gaze into a soulless blue abyss? And for the future, so for the future, in February 2022, Sega of America and Paramount Pictures confirmed that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and a Knuckles spin-off miniseries are in development. Alba will reprise his role as Knuckles for the series, which is set for release on the streaming service Paramount Plus in 2023, which is next year. So stay tuned for that. While the third film is planned to release in 2024, which is 2 years from now. And take elements from Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog. Um, in April 2022, after Carey announced that he was considering to retire from acting, producers Moritz and Asher confirmed that his role as Dr. Robotnik would not be recast in any sequels if he followed through with his retirement plans, though they remained hopeful that they could develop a script good enough for him to continue the role. Now, now keep in mind that they haven't really announced which actor that's going to actually play Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm probably gonna actually talk about that in a separate episode. Because there's a group of actors that's actually auditioning for the role of Shadow the Hedgehog for the Sonic 3 sequel. So since it's coming out in 2024, there's no release date, so remains to be seen. So we gotta wait. We gotta wait 2 years. So you know what I'm saying, and I don't mind it. So there you go, right there, though. Um, Let me make some noise for both Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic 2 the Hedgehog since I seen the movie already, and I know I had enjoyed this shit too, man. It was pretty lit, man. Yeah, and that's exactly why Sonic was number one in the box office because of the fans and the storyline that goes along with following the video game storyline itself, man. That's how good it was. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got Sonic Origins to go over too. As a matter of fact, I vaguely talked about this too, as a matter of fact. So we got Sonic Origins to go over, which is going to be another 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 segment right here to segue through, which is what I like to call the video game chamber. Now, now I do have something for that segment, so just stick around for this right now, man. You know what I mean? Um, Hang on a second. There we go. All right. Sonic Origins, man. Here we go, man. Here we go. All right. So, Sonic Origins is an upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog video game compilation by Sega. It features remasters of the first four platform games in the Sonic series, originally released for the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic CD, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Knuckles, of course, included too. The games are playable in their original format and a new widescreen format that removes lives. Origin adds additional game modes and missions, which allows players to unlock content in game museum. Let's see. Origins was conceived following the release of the 2020 Sonic film due to the influx of new fans. Sonic team head Takashi Lizuka wanted to make the oldest Sonic games available on modern hardware. It was primarily developed at Sega, though Simon Tomley, who worked on Sonic Mania, developed the remaster of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Origins is scheduled for release on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X slash S on on June 23rd, 2022. The series marks its 31st anniversary, man. How about that? 31 years? Wow. Wow, 31 years, man. That has to be that's very interesting right there though, man. So um 31 years. Wow. 31 years. All right. So, the content. Sonic Origins compiles and remasters the first four platinum games in Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog series: Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic CD, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Originally released for the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD, the player controls Sonic the Hedgehog, Miles Tails Prowler, and Knuckles the Echidna as they attempt to stop Dr. Robotnik from stealing the Chaos Emeralds. They traverse high-scrolling levels at high speeds while collecting rings, defeating enemies and bosses, and finding secrets. Unlike the originals, the player can control Tails and Knuckles in any game, with the exception of Knuckles in Sonic CD. The Blue Spears minigame from Sonic 3 and Knuckles is also included too. Origins features two versions of each game. Um, Classic mode is the original format presented in 4.3, while Anniversary mode features support for widescreen displays, removes lives, and allows Sonic to use the drop dash from Sonic Mania. A story mode allows players to play the four games in sequence as Sonic, with new animated cutscenes that bridge their stories. New modes include a rush mode, a mirror mode that reverses the level layouts, and a mission mode that challenges players to complete specific objects. And in Game Museum allows players to view a collection of music, artwork, and videos, um, including the game's cutscenes. Players can earn coins through gameplay, which can be used to buy content for the museum or additional attempts in special stages. Players who pre-order. Hold on a second. Yeah. Players who pre-order the game will start with 100 coins and mirror mode unlocked. menu aesthetics, a set of harder missions, and tracks from Sonic Spinball. No, excuse me, Sonic Spinball, Knuckles Chaotix, and Sonic 3D Blast for the museum player are available as downloadable content. Okay, we go to the development. Sonic Origins was conceived alongside Sonic Colors Ultimate following the release of this 2020 Sonic film. Because the film brought many new fans, Sonic team head Takashi uh, Lizuka wanted to make older Sonic games available on modern formats. Lizuka noted that though they are frequently re-released via emulation, they felt retro on modern displays due to their 4:3 aspect ratios. He wanted Origins to modernize them with widescreen support and new features to appeal to both new and longtime fans. The compilation was developed internally at Sega, which handled the presentation and consolidation of the included games. The remasters of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic 2 and Sonic CD are based on the remakes made in the retro engine released between 2011 and 2013. Christian Whitehead. Whitehead. Oh shit. That's fucking hilarious, man. Oh shit. Creator of the retro engine updated it to allow the remakes to run in a compilation. Powerhouse Animation Studios produced the new cutscenes with longtime Sonic artist Tyson Hess. With a script written by Sonic comic book writer Ian Flynn. Simon Tomley and his studio Head Cannon, who worked on the Retro Engine remakes and Sonic Mania, developed the Origins remaster of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Tom Lee said he was contracted to develop the remaster separately from Origins. The compilation marks Sonic 3 and Knuckles first re-release since 2011, following speculation that that soundtrack licensing problems arising from Michael Jackson's involvement with Sonic 3 were preventing new releases. As Sega was unable to use the soundtrack for Origins, Sonic team composer Jun Shinog rearranged several tracks originally written for Sonic 3 prior to Jackson's involvement. They previously featured in the 1997 Sonic and Knuckles collection for Windows. Um, Sonic Origins was announced during a live stream commemorating the Sonic franchise's 30th anniversary on May 27th, 2021, and is scheduled to be released on June 23rd, 2022. The series marks the 31st anniversary for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Prior to release, Sega delisted the existing versions of the games from most digital stores. The move received criticism on video game preservation grounds and for preventing consumers from choosing their preferred versions. It was compared to Rockstar Games delisting Grand Theft Auto games before the release of the compilation Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy, the definitive edition, 2021. A decision that was reversed following backlash. There are no current plans for a physical release of the game, though Sega of America social media manager Katie did state that Sega has been made aware of players' requests for one. Okay. And I have to say, man, that's a big congratulations. That's a big, 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 awesome, 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 way to celebrate 37. Damn, 37 years. That's pretty crazy and amazing, man. So I like it. Yeah. And I'm about to make some noise for that right here. So here we go. And this is why Sonic movies and Sonic video games are so good, based on the story, the adventures and stuff. So hopefully, like I said before, it's going to, like I said before, there's like some actors that's going to be auditioning for the character Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know which one is going to be. I don't know who's qualified, but there's a whole list of men out there that's actually auditioning for that role. So, we have to wait and see. So if I hear anything, I'll bring it. I'll bring it right here. So, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, man. In other video game chamber news, we got some games to talk about that's coming out in the month of June. Here we go. Um, so we're gonna go to June. Let's go to June. Actually, hold on a sec. Uh, damn. hold on. So we go to the month of June. Don't know what the hell's going on here. Um, hold on. Give me 1 second. I need to get this Google shit. I need to get that Google shit though, man. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we could get that Google shit going. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, let's get Google going though. Um hang on. I know I had that had it earlier. Um all right. Give me 1 second. Damn. Wait a minute here. Like Google Go. Hold on a minute. Yeah, let's add that. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get to where I left off. I remember. Okay, game releases. Okay, gaming news. Okay, this is where I was actually. Hold on a sec. Give me a second. All right. Okay, no need to panic. Okay. So we go to the month of June. This is where we're gonna go to. All right. So obviously, certain games already came out on June 2nd and June 3rd and June 8th and June 10th. I'll go over it actually. So Diablo Immortal already came out on iOS, Android June 2nd. A Frogger and the Rumbling Ruins, Apple Arcade. The Cycle Frontier PC June 8th already came out already. Mario Strikers Battle League already came out June the 10th. I'll go over the synopsis of this game too. So let's see. I don't know if there's no synopsis for this game. Oh boy. There's no synopsis. Anyway, let me just go through this. So June 16th of this month is Neon White. It's for Nintendo Switch, PC, June 16th. Card Shark already came out June 2nd. Nintendo Switch, PC. Readout 2 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, X/S, Nintendo Switch and PC comes out June 16th. Starship Troopers Terran Command for PC June 16th. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC comes out June 16th. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch comes out June 21st. And I just talked about Sonic Origins, which is on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC comes out June 23rd. Also coming out June 23rd is Naraka Blade Point, Xbox Series X and S, June 23rd. DNF Duo, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC, June 28th. MXV versus ATV Legends, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, X and S, PC comes out June 28th. Cuphead, the Delicious Last Course DLC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, Mac, and PC comes out June 30th. AI, the Somnian Files, Nervan A Initiative. No, hold on. Initiativate, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC comes out June 30th. So keep a lookout for all the games that previously came out and the upcoming ones that's coming up this month. I got y'all with the next games that's coming out in July. I'm not gonna do it this week. Wait, I may do it probably maybe next week or the week after. I'm not too sure yet. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Probably in a future episode. Depends how I feel. Anyway, man, how are we looking with this episode so far, man? So I think this is gonna do for me. I think that's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it for this episode 66, man. You like what you heard in today's episode in regards to Sonic the Hedgehog that we just talked about today. I was gonna go over some Sega Genesis games and stuff. But then again, it's okay. But then again, you don't. But then again, I didn't want to make it too well. I didn't want to make it too long, but I wanted to actually, get some stuff out the way and stuff. So we'll see what's going on with that. So basically, you know what? You know what though? I got an idea. Yeah, I got an idea though. Hold on a second. I got an idea. Yeah, what we need to do is, go over some stuff. I do have an idea, so just give me a sec. All right. Okay. All right. So all right. So since I'm already here with this, okay. So, yeah, we could go over some stuff, man. We got plenty of time. Actually, you know what? Though? Let's save this for next time because I'm gonna save this for next time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll save this for next time because it's almost 10 o'clock where I'm at right now. And
feel free to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $ G Money Stacks 555. Um, capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555 on there. Once again, it's not about having a lot of money. It's all about doing the best you can or what you want to donate will be appreciated. All right. If you don't have it, that's all right. I know times is tough with the whole inflation thing. So that's understandable. So there you go right there. Um anyway, man, so I want to actually go to a little thing that I like to call podcast free game mechanisms right here, man. So let's just do that right now. Let's do that right now, man. You know what I mean? All right. All right. You know the routine. Um, the segment is about where I actually give you folks out there that's interested in making a podcast, like I'm doing right now with three podcast shows underneath my belt on a weekly basis. I'm here to actually give you some key ingredients of some things that you need to start a podcast. So first and foremost, you don't necessarily need a fancy recording studio to be professional and stuff like that, because recording studios for podcast episodes and stuff like that is pretty expensive. Even producers and editors are very expensive, and you don't really need to spend all your money on that. It's not really mandatory to be in a recording studio to actually do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people record their podcast episodes in their own cribs, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing right now in Queens, New York. You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, you need headphones. And also you need a microphone. Um, like I'm using right now, which is the Avoxcon A800. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be a Yeti microphone. It could be a Voxcon A800 like I'm using right now, which I bought from Target. You can find microphones in Target, Best Buy. You have Amazon. You also have Walmart too. You know what I'm saying? Um, you also need a laptop to support your YouTube live streams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you get whatever laptop you decide to get, whether it's a simple laptop, whether it's touchscreen, like I'm using right now, it's touchscreen right here. So I get to touch the segments and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? And 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 also you also need a supporting software for your live streams on your YouTube channels, like I'm doing right now. And this is where I bring in fucking StreamYard. The thing I like about fucking StreamYard is that it's fucking lit. You you are able to add YouTube channels. You're able to add Facebook, Twitch. I don't use LinkedIn, by the way. I don't know too many people that use that shit. So you're able to do that. You're also able to make an account. You get put your email address on there or your podcast email address on there. So either way, you're gonna receive something in the email with a login code with 6 numbers. When you see those 6 numbers in your email, you copy and paste. Make sure you copy and paste those 6 numbers on there in the rectangular space right there.
and you should be able to be good to go after you paste those 6 numbers. You should be able to log in, and you should be able to set up your live stream schedules on how many days you plan on doing it, if it's like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? um and you should be able to have fun with your content, as far as like your episodes, your topics, and the stuff that you're gonna review, like I'm doing here. So yeah, there you have it right there, man. That, and also, if you have a unique name for your podcast show, um you know, make sure it clicks to you, and you know that it, um represents your vision, who you are as an individual, and yeah, there you go right there. um yeah, like I said before, man, you don't need a fancy studio to record your podcast episodes. All you need is a laptop, headphones, microphone. Of course, if you have any things for lighting purposes, you can easily order some lighting stuff for your live stream, like I have right here. You can get them from Amazon. That's actually where I got the LED lights that's behind me in my room, and along with the light box that my sister bought me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That was your free game. That was your podcast free game mechanisms for you, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you have any questions, if you need any help on how to set up how to start a podcast or whatever, I'm here. You can DM me. You can DM me at G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. And and um and yeah, so I know it's been a while since I posted on my primary handle, so I'm just gonna get to it. So let's get to stream choices on the go. Here we go, right here, right now.
Hi, G-Money. I'm your assistant, here to help you throughout your day.
Oh, sorry
Here are
about
some
that.
things you can try saying to get started.
Sorry about that. Did not mean to do that. But anyway, man, make sure you follow Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on
Here's
Instagram.
a result from the web.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on Instagram, alongside with Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast. It's also on there, as well as Facebook and Instagram, and also you can also follow me at G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Now make sure you turn on your notifications for more updates and stuff like that. I know it's been a long time since I had a picture of myself in a selfie or whatever. I know it's been a minute. Um it's been a while because I barely go out. You know what I'm saying? I barely go out. I mostly go to work, and I mostly do some creative stuff on the side as I'm trying to prepare for the podcast on the weekly basis. So that's why I don't really be going out like that, because of all the crazy incidents that's been going on with slashings, the stabbings, and all that other stuff. That's why I don't really go out like that. It's difficult to actually make friends in this type of craziness right now, because it's just, just waiting for things to calm down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there you go right there, man. Um, so yeah, because what I noticed for Instagram, since I barely post any selfies for myself, is just that you 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 have to balance what's gonna be for the gram versus the ones that's not gonna be for the gram. So there has to be a balance between those two. You know what I'm saying? So so there you have it right there. Um. So yeah, listen. You can also listen to the podcast. You can also listen to Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on streaming platforms, which I will get to right about now. Hang on a minute here. Um, hang on a minute here. I am going to go to the thing right now. So let's get to let's get to here. Right here we go. Now, now where you can listen to Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. You can also leave a voice message on there on anchor.fm, and you can also go to the link in bio where it says Linktree/Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. And on there, when you click on there, you're gonna see the name of the podcast that's on Anchor, where you're gonna see, a way for you to leave a voice message. When you click on the name of the show, you're going to see the word message. Once you see the word message, you're able to leave a voice message on some questions you have for me, any particular music artists, like rappers, singers, some video games you want me to review, some TV shows, some movies, and some podcast shows you want me to review and stuff like that. I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Anchor is the first thing where you can listen to the latest and new episodes and stuff like that. Um, and Audible, you got Audacity, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and don't forget to leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. 5 stars will be appreciated. And don't forget to listen to Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show on Radio Public. You can also listen to Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasting. And you can also follow my other shows that's also on iHeartRadio, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, Sports Edition Show, and of course Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast on iHeartRadio as well. Make sure you follow that. Make sure you follow those shows that I just mentioned on every audio streaming platform that I just mentioned just now. And of course, lastly, but not least, the YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button and tap that noti bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, with the topics and the episodes that's discussed. Make sure you stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous latest episodes that's been dropped on YouTube, on the YouTube channel of Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. And of course, make sure you share, make sure you listen, make sure you stream, make sure you download these episodes. Share the videos. Also, tell a friend to another friend. And also watch these episodes in case you miss any of them that just dropped. And make sure you share the podcast with your wives, your husbands, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, even your friends that you're cool with from work, even the friends that you have that are actors and actresses. Make sure you spread the word to them. You know what I'm saying?
in case they need something to take their mind off of stressful shit, like you know, major bullshit, whatever it is, man. That's one of the reasons why I feel that's one of the reasons why I like podcasting so much. Is because it's very therapeutic for me, and it saved my life from having suicidal thoughts, and it saved my life from committing suicide based on the amount of craziness that I went through over the years. You know what I'm saying? So I should be proud of myself for, finding something therapeutic and finding the skill, which is this. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yeah, man. And remember the grind doesn't stop. Um, Hard work pays off. Trust the process. Don't worry about having X amount of followers. Um, don't worry about having X amount of followers, and even if you don't have thousands or millions of followers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that though, man. That all that shit takes time, man. And it's all about, being, relevant into your content that you create on a weekly basis though. So don't worry about that though, man. It's not about being fucking famous, folks. It's all about um letting success speak for itself. That's how you show people how great you are. Let success speak for itself. And that's a fucking fact. Period. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for tuning in and rocking with me on episode 66 on the episode in terms of Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course, gotta go faster with endurance, of course, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Hope you enjoy, and I hope you share, and I hope you find something that makes you smile. Don't worry about pleasing other people. Worry about pleasing yourself. That's what matters. Because don't worry, like I said, don't worry about fame, man. Because you let me just add this before I go, man. Fame is one hell of a drug. All right. What does fame and a buzz have in common? What these two have in common, folks, is a fucking moment. It doesn't last forever. It's a fucking moment. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about fame, man. And I feel like, and I feel like um, you know, in society we're looking for validation in the wrong places, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I feel like you have to validate yourself, man, before you have to worry about other people, man. Because sometimes when you look for validation from other people, it's like you got to be careful because sometimes you look for you you rather have more support on your craft and your journey and your career. You know what I'm saying? And for those who who are not as supportive, like our parents and stuff like that, screw the fuck them. Okay, you worry about what makes you happy. That's what really fucking matters, man. And that's what matters to you, and that's what matters to me. So there you go, right there, man. I'll see you guys, and and every single folks out there who just tuned in from all over the world, including the five boroughs of New York, Long Island, aka Strong Island, USA, Canada, and wherever else, man. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace and one love, and I'll see y'all next time. Have yourselves a good night and enjoy the rest of your week.